talk to you today about, we had to analyze a song. So from the year 2006, I did the song Welcome to the Black Parade by My Chemical Romance. You might be familiar with that. I also wanted to talk about, I also have to talk about the year 2006 with musical influence and the subculture that emerged from it. I'd like to talk about the band itself and the aspects of the song. Like the shift in musical and stylistic choices for the younger adults in the early 2000s began with them with their mainstream song of Welcome to the Black Parade. This kind of went conflict with the bands such as Fall Out Boy and Panic! At the Disco, which kind of hit big with their albums From Under the Cork Tree and A Fever You Can't Sweat Out. But this also kind of influenced the subculture to emerge. The subculture had like a darker complexion, like they had, not dark complexion like skin, but like clothing and viewpoint, and they had this outlet to express themselves. Like in the 80s, they had heavy metal, or the 50s, rock and roll, or even 90s with grunge music. They expressed their angst in this new outlet, but instead with anger, they influenced it with more lyrically enriched songs as well as instrumental backgrounds for them. So I'd like to move on to the band My Chemical Romance. They kind of talk a lot about a feeling of loss, whether it's physically or emotionally, but overcoming these feelings like losing a loved one, which is what the album is about. And it talks about how they can personally like carry on with what they have, and they can, eventually he moves on to his own death as well. And they kind of talk a lot about death in their other albums, but they don't show it as this negative component like death is amazing, death is great, oh, kill everyone. No, they're kind of like death is a natural tendency, it's in life, and you have to accept it and move on, and that's the natural way of things. It's like the song itself, it's about a person who is on his deathbed, and when he's on his deathbed, he's kind of remembering his happiest moment in life when his dad took him to see like a parade, and like when his father passed away, he keeps reminiscing about how he was full of anger and he wanted to express himself, but whenever he is dying, he feels that he has someone else to carry on in his own aspect, and they can move on in their own life. And like personally, the song, it kind of gives me a sense like, if I have personal struggles, whether it's not exactly the same as the song, it kind of says like, oh, I have the strength personally to carry on and do what I need to do in my life and continue on with everything that goes on around me. And the band was the main pioneer of their style. They were like a little darker. The emo culture kind of circled around them, even though they weren't considered emo. They considered themselves emo, but they kind of influenced everyone in their subculture, as well as influenced future bands such as 21 Pilots, who are more popular today, like with their cover of their popular songs. They've since split, but their legacy will continue to inspire new people in similar emotional situations. And personally, it'll help me continue